Hello. I hope you guys can hear me clearly. Isn't that? Hello.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Now it is all about learning these horizontal projectiles right now. The horizontal projectiles. We have done actually, sorry. Horizontal projectiles done. Now I am going to explain you the projectile motion at an angle to the horizontal, angular projectile. Okay. Now it is a very easy thing when you are on the ground, so you can kick a cricket ball by your already. So this way you hit. As you just kick, the ball will get some kind of velocity. It will attain some velocity of v, and there is a certain angle of theta between this ground and the ball. Ground, okay, ground and the ball. Finally, it will just begin to move. At the beginning of the motion, we know another thing. The vectors, according to vectors, the velocity v, you can resolve in two factors. As I told you, the easy method, according to the easier principle. So the closed side, I showed you the cos v cos theta, and this open side v sine theta. Very simple. So in the similar manner, I can just resolve this one along in the direction of v cos theta as well as v sine theta in the upward direction. So very simple. Make explain So today we are going to finish this whole projectile motion also. We spent how many days in this class so far? Tell me. How many days did we do the class so far? What is the day today? First, second, third, or fourth? What? Hello? Can anybody tell me which is the date number today? We are having this class as a theory.
Third, sir.
Huh?
Third.
This is the third day. In the third day, we are going to finish the projectile event. But in my regular 2025 A-level physical class, actually I started like few months later, like 1 or 2 months later. But somehow I just finished it the week before the last week. Can you imagine how we were just keep that dragging long time like rubbering? Because I really hate that. I tell you, no, I really hate that. But I have no other option because all the other teachers are just dragging and rubbering it in a very horrible manner. I am helpless too. මාත් පවුනේ මං කියලා මොනා කරන්නද මට ස්ලෝ යන්න වෙනවා unfortunately otherwise just a 3-day game 3-day on a regular theory class we can just do it like 3 months like 12 days that's kind of sufficient but unfortunately we have to spend almost like 6 months to 6 to 7 months to finish that අරමුණ ඒකයි මං කියන්නේ high IQ set එක වෙනමයි low IQ set එක වෙනමත් යනවා නම් ඔක හරි සරලයි low IQ set එකටත් හරි ලේසි මොකද අර කියන හරකගේම level එකට බහලා උඩ කියලා දෙනවා and high IQ set එකට මේක ලේසි අවශ්‍ය දේවල් ටික පටක ගාලා ඔලුවට දාලා හොඳ ගණන් ටිකක් හදනවා හැමෝම ගොඩ මොම කැටගරි දෙකකට කරනවා okay now have a good look at low IQ කියන්නත් බෑ සමහර ඉන්නවා හොඳ IQ තියෙනවා නමුත් slowly වැඩ කරන්නේ that's their nature there is a maximum height I can take it like h max දැන් මෙයා මේ වගේ පාත් එකක යනවයි කියන දේ මා දෙයක් නෙමෙයි if I just draw it will take like that but in my theory class I explain like if you throw the ball if I keep certain screen here if I just have a certain vertical horizontal light beam So you can see the ball is rising up here in the first, then again moving down. මේවා හෙන්න කතන්දර දාලා පැය ගණන් explain කරනවා. And then I said, like, if I have certain same type of what, light stripe, it is vertically, horizontally, and the vertical light beam is shaded. You can see the ball is just moving forward like this. There is a certain motion here, horizontal, and while it is just moving horizontal, this moves up and down. See? Up and down. ඕ කතන්දර පැය ගණන් කියනවා. ඔහොම කියන්න ඕනේ නැහැ. මිනිස්සෙක්ට හිතා ගන්න පුළුවන් වෙන්න ඕනේ. The ball travel like this path. It is traveling respective to horizontal. That is the range of R. ඕක තේරුම් ගන්න බැරි නම් A level physics කරලා වැඩක් නැහැ. And when it move up, you can see while moving here, it has in the x direction, it has come to here. Exactly halfway. You can see when it is at here, it has just moved. Yeah, if it is moving, looking at the downward direction, it has just come to x over 2 direction. That's very simple. So in the y-axis, it's moved to the maximum height, to here. That is h max. H max. දේවල් මේ බොරුවට බබා කරලා කියලා දෙන්න තරම් වටින දේවල් නෙමෙයි. Then in the descending, what happened in the during the descending, when it reached downward, this one also reached along with. It moves down again. Is that a very big deal to explain? තව පැය ගණන් අරන් කියලා දෙන්න දෙයක් තියෙනවද ඔකේ? Is there something really big deal to explain here? Yes or no?
No, sir.
But unfortunately, we had to explain like almost 1.5 hours, like 90 minutes. Had to explain the nature. Have a good look at Buddha, like this, like that. Oh, horrible. So now you can see the velocity at the beginning, v cos sine theta. Now it drops to v1. Here it drops to v2, and this point v vertical is 0. V vertical is 0. Now you can see at the same horizontal line, it will be the same velocity, v3. This is what actually negative v2, minus value of v2, the same value. Here. Vertical motion can you remember today? I said like in the vertical motion, if you are just passing x point and to y point, I told you it takes exactly the same similar time for moving up, delta t, and moving down, also the same delta t. And I said, if it takes like a velocity of v1 here, the velocity at v negative v1. So it is the same thing for here as well. The projectile. So the same thing, the motion is v here, downward thing is, I told you like v4, but in terms of the positive half, it is minus v1, negative of the v1 velocity. Similar type of arrow, similar size of arrow. Okay. Now finally it reached to the land here. While it reaching to the land, it's going to have the same velocity, but v sine theta upward. So this is going to be minus v sine theta. Is that a very big deal to explain again with taking a very long time? Is there any requirement? Is there any necessity? Yes or no?
No,
Yeah?
sir.
Oh, not at all. Sorry. Now. I told you the horizontal velocity does not change at any cost because we don't consider the air resistance. The gravity does not affect horizontally at all. Michael Jackson ki moon dance gravity is not affecting horizontally. So the thing is, v horizontal, it remains the unchanged, v horizontal, and here also v horizontal. Even while the landing v horizontal is there, very simple thing. it will land at the same angle with the same magnitude of V. කතන්දර set එකම අග්ගාල copy කරගන්න. It is moving in a certain parabolic path. Now write the big subtopic. Big topic. Projection at angle to horizontal. ඕක explain කරන්න පුළුවන්. මම ආපහු verbally explain කරන්න. It starts to move with V. At the beginning of the motion, you have to resolve this into two directions along with V cos theta and the other one V sin theta, and V is just resolved. At the beginning, it has a big value of V sin theta, but as time proceeded, occurred because the vertical motion is something, it goes up and down, starting with V sin theta, finishing with minus V sin theta. But during the time, acceleration is affecting against the motion. It reached to the maximum height at here velocity 0. So it may take a maximum height of h max here. All of this for the vertical motion, and the horizontal motion I told you, it is like a driving a vehicle in the uniform velocity. You only need the time and the uniform velocity. You can find it be horizontal multiplied by total time. Very simple. So මම ඔක වචනෙන් මේක එන්න අඩු වෙනවා, final reach to 0, then again gaining in the other direction, final reach to minus V sin theta. ඕවා ලියවන එක අපරාධයක්. බුද්ධිමත් වන එක. හරිද? සමහරුන්ගේ pattern එක වෙනස් නේ. They need something like a knot. They need to read that loud. ඒක අවුලක් නෑ. යාලගේ IQ එකේ අමුතු විදියක්. But IIQ achievers ලා කියන්නේ එකපාරක් අහනවා, ඊටු ටික සිංගාල ඔළුව ඇතුලේ process වෙනවා, වැඩේ ඉවරයි. ඒක මම කියන්නේ හැමතිස්සෙම ස්කිල්ෆුල් අය. මේකට ස්කිල් එකේ වෙනසක් තියෙන අය අර පැත්තට යන්න ඕනේ. හැමෝටම එක ලොකු හොඳක්. I will only give you another 30 seconds, no more than that. ඉක්මනට quickly අඳ ගන්න ඕනේ. අඳලා ඉවරයි නම් මට කියන්නත් ඕනේ. තප්පර
Done,
දෙකක්.
sir.
Huh?
Done.
Others?
Done, sir.
I know that Catherine has a very high speed, and also others are also really well. The most important thing is Manogi. You are like still 16 years old, no?
Yes, sir.
16 completed or going to complete?
Completed.
Still 16 year, and 16-year-old little girl, even just can understand these things. Those 18-year buggers are really struggling. Okay. Now let's find out very important results here. I am going to erase this entire scenario. Now write the maximum height of a projectile motion. As I told you, it is moving like this. This is h max, and the beginning is V sin theta. At here is V equal to 0, and the acceleration of gravity, which is acting downward. These are the details I have. The maximum height, to find out, you have U, you have V, you have A, you have displacement of something that's asked. What is the equation that you have to use? The equation is none other than V square equals to U square plus 2AS. Right? So the final velocity is 0, because now I can just constrict this all relationship of U is equals to V sin theta, and the final velocity is equal to 0, and the acceleration is in the gravity, it is in the negative sign because it's downward, and the S is equals to height, H max. So U is like U V square sin square theta. Why? V sin theta, when I square it, V square sin square theta minus 2GH. So when you get it to here, 2G capital H equals to U square sin square theta. So capital H max is equals to U square sin square theta divided by 2G. Oh, ये කියන්න ළමයි. Understand?
Yes,
Hello?
sir.
In the horizontal vertical motion only, we got something here. See, u here, v here, a is minus g, and h. So in the vertical motion only, we got like v square equals to u square plus 2as. So it is like 0 u square minus 2gh. So 2gh equals to u square. H is equals to u square over 2g. Make my normal vertical motion. So only thing difference is now you added sine square theta to this one. That's it. Very simple. So to find out the maximum height may reach. Now we have to go for like finding the time taken for it to reach the maximum height. Next point is going to be time taken, time. Very simple, considering the vertical motion. V equals to u plus at. So v equals to 0, u sine theta minus gt. Gt equals to u sine theta. T is equals to u sine theta over g. Can you remember in the vertical motion only, we got it like u equals to t equals to u over g only. Can you remember? Medana only included sine theta, the same thing. That's why I told you pay more attention to the regular motion under gravity and the vertical projectiles. Very important. Once you are really mastering the vertical motion, other parts for the all two parts like horizontal projectiles and the projectiles angle, everything is going to be a cakewalk. So for pay more attention to not to this part, free fall and the vertical projectiles. Because all the time you have to find out time. Time is totally depending on with the vertical motion only. In the horizontal motion, it has nothing to do with time. Time is completely depending on with the vertical height. That's the determiner. So the horizontal displacement is depending on with the time you have. Honey. Okay. Did you copy these things?
Yes, sir.
No? Now go for another thing. Very important thing. Make equation එක කඩපාඩ වෙනනම් තියාගන්න එපා මල වරුම එහෙම එපා. Now write the total time taken. You can do it in two ways. Total time. Like in the previous case, I told you up and down motion, we took like the displacement as 0. Here the displacement is also 0. See, it reached to positive edge and it coming back in the negative edge totally, but plus edge minus edge 0. So considering the velocity displacement s equals to ut minus plus half gt square, this is 0. U sine theta t minus half gt square, this half gt square comes to here, is equals to u sine theta times tt and d cancel off, t will be cross multiplication to u sine theta over g. So see, it is exactly the double of this one. In this case, we got it like 2u over g. Now here 2u sine theta over g. Only difference is we have a component of sine theta and cos theta. That's it. Oye, say oye. Oye, pa. Yes, again.
Yes, sir.
Oye, කියන්නේ නැහැ නේ. කිව්ව නැති මට තව පොඩක් කික්කයක් එනවා මරු. At least you guys are really good because in 25 class nobody speaks. Come on. The student count is like somewhere like 30 students were there, but none of them speak. කතා කරන්නෙම නැහැ. එකෙක් දෙන්නෙක් කතා කරන මැසේජ් දාලා කියනවා සර් අනකොල්ල මට බයිනවනේ මේ කතා කරනවා කියලා. ඉන්ට්‍රෝවර්ට්ස්ලා කැමති නැහැ එක්ස්ට්‍රෝවර්ට්ස්ලා කතා කරනවා. උන්ට බයිනවා පුරු කාලේ ඉඳන් අපිටත් කතා කරන්න වෙයි. බඩු ඉන්නේ. හරි. ඕකේ. මොකද මට සාමාන්‍යයෙන් ඔය වොයිසස් ටිකක් ඇහෙද්දී නිකන් එනවා කියා මට ලයිව් ක්ලාස් එකක ඉන්න කියන එක දැනෙනවා. මම ඔය කියවගෙන යනවා වගේ මට හිතෙන්නේ කතා කරන්න නැතුව ගියා. Unfortunately. ඇයි දන්නේ මිනිස්සු මේ ඔච්චර කතා කරන්න බය. Okay. Now I only keep this equation here. I only keep this equation here and I replace all of these and write the next topic. The horizontal range covered R. I told you V horizontal multiplied by the total time. I have the total time here. And the horizontal V is what? U sine, cos theta. Oh yeah. Now I have to substitute this to here. My range is going to be cos theta multiplied by 2u sine theta over g. Oh yeah. Now have a good look at, I can bring this 2 to front. 2 u to the power 2 sine theta dot cos theta over g. Oh yeah. Say oh yeah. Say yes.
Yes, sir.
Got it or not? තේරුම් නැත්නම් no කියලා කියන්න කිසි ප්‍රශ්නයක්.
Got it, sir.
Got it or not?
Got it.
Let me know about that 16-year-old little girl.
Oh, yes, I got it.
Huh? What?
Got it, sir.
Oh, wow. Copy this, copy this.
Done, sir. මේ එකක්වත් පාඩමින් තියාගන්න බෑ. ඉතින් වැඩකට නැති දේවල් වල ඔය ඉක්වේෂන් ගන්න නිකන් normally අතලෙකට විතරයි. So now I want to show you one thing. If you do some projection at different angles. So I will try with a very small angle like this. I will use this thing. Okay. Very small angle. It reaches to here. I will mark it. It reaches to here at a very small angle. I am now increasing the size of the angle a bit. Same velocity. D1, D2. Okay. Now I am going to change the angle a bit. Same velocity, but it reach a longer distance now. I will keep increasing the angle with the same speed. Again, you can see now D4, the value decreased with the same speed. Now I'm going to increase the angle again. I get the D5 again with the same size. Now I keep increasing the angle again. You can see exactly on top of it. So that means if I change the angle, firstly increase, then decrease. There's a pattern like that. So how does the angle changes? Because we have to use this whole thing together to come up with a certain mathematical reapproach, finding the R maximum displacement. To find that, I am going to rearrange this equation U square over G. That's a common thing, constant for a certain motion. Velocity level so the velocity is constant for this particular motion. If the velocity is 20 ms minus 1, you just keep angle 1 degree and 1 degree and 1 degree like that. Entire process.
So your velocity is a constant for that moment. And the gravity, that's also, but I write like this 2 sine theta dot cos theta. So according to mathematics, what is this? 2 sine theta cos theta. Of this one, 2 times sine theta cos theta. It will be sine 2 theta. So the equation will be something like this. Now the proportional to sine 2 theta. The only variable is sine angle. So the maximum, what is the maximum sine? So to get the maximum displacement, or R max, sine 2 theta should be max. So what is the maximum value of sine? Sine 90 is equals to 1. So the sine 2 theta should be maximum. 2 theta equals to maximum value is the 1 for sine we have. Sine inverse with this 1. So 2 theta is equals to 90. So theta is equals to 90 over 2. So theta max equals to 45 degree. If you hit something with a 45 degree, it will reach to the maximum distance. So that is why cricketers were asked to hit the shots with the maximum angle of what is it? 45 degree. Hari, bat එක අරගෙන 45 degree වලින් ගැහුවොත්, right? It will reach to the maximum height. You have to maintain the angle of 45 degree. So see, cricket bat එක ගද්දිත් අපි vampire scene එකේ තමයි. හරි? I hope you understand. So copy of this very well. ගණන් හදන්න තමයි තියෙන්නේ. හරිද?
Okay, sir.
ටග්ගාල copy කරගන්න ගණන් ටිකක් හදමු. අද දවස් ඉවර කරමු. මාස 6-7ක් තිස්සේ ඉගෙන ගන්න දේ දවස් 3කින් ඉවර කරා කියලා පට්ට හැපි එකේ ඉන්න තියෙන්නේ නේ කට්ටියට. එහෙමනේ?
Yeah, sir.
Are you happy? Or unhappy with the process?
So happy with the process, sir.
So happy with the process. Okay, the reason is I am going to save your time by 1 year. Actually, I am saving your lifetime by 1 year. ඔයාලගේ ජීවිත කාලේ අවුරුද්දක් මම ඉතුරු කරලා දෙනවා. I am not a savior because I am going to save your 1 year in your young life. Actually, you are not spending that from your old life. නාකි කාලෙන් අවුරුද්දක් නෙමෙයි 10ක් ගියත් හරි වෙලක් නැහැ. But this getting saved from your young year. You will be starting your career 1 year earlier. නාකි වෙන්න ආස වුන් ස්ලෝ එකේ ගියාට කමක් නැහැ. හරි ඉවරයි නේ කොපි කරලා.
Yes, sir.
අපි ගණන් ටිකක් හදමු. Friday okay follow up එක දෙන්නම් ආයෙත් ඉතින් හොඳ සැප questions ටිකක් exam level එකේ ඒවා ටිකක්. ආයෙත් වෙන මොකුත් ඕනේ නැහැ ළමයි ඊට පස්සේ. exam වල ඇවිල්ලා තියෙන්නේ පොඩි කැලි ටිකක්. මොකද සම්පූර්ණයෙන් projectile වලින් දෙන්න බෑ. So in the next week we are going to start forces. That's what I started just in the last week for the physical class. 1 month ago for the online class. Online එකේ පොඩ්ඩක් වැඩිපුර වැඩ කරනවා කොහොම ගියා physical එකට වඩා. Okay. Let's move. Hi guys. So we are back on track.
here we only did kind of like fired of 30 degree. We didn't because it is supposed to be the projectile motion in an angle. So now we have like to do the projectile motion things at an angle. Before we only did the horizontal projectiles. So my dear students, we have to do the question number 2 and 3. 2 and 3 කරලා වෙලාව සිටුනොත් අනිත් එකත් කරමු. So for this, yeah, I will give you 10 minutes. You have 10 minutes to do the question number 2 and question number 3. Let's start very quickly. Time is over. A projectile is fired at initially with 150 meters per second at angle of 45 above horizontal. Determine the total time in the air. Total time in the air. (150 ms minus 1). It will reach like in this type of path. 150 sine 45 degrees, 45 and 150 cos 45. The total time here reaches, I told you, the vertical displacement is plus h and minus h. It's going to be 0. So you can use in the this way, s equals to ut plus half at square. 0 equals to u sine theta t minus half gt square. Half gt square is equals to u sine theta times t. T and t cancels off. T becomes 2u sine theta over g. Okay? Right, Laman. I have to substitute the values 2 times. U is 150 multiplied by sine theta means sine 1 over root 2 divide by 10 cancels off. Root 2 means cancel off easily root 2 here. So time is 15 root 2 seconds. You can keep it like that, or you can multiply like 15 times 1.4 nearly. 14 and 7 is like 21.5 නිකන් 0.1 කැලකුත් තියෙනවානේ. It's like something like 21.3 meters 30 seconds like that. Nearly. Did you get certain answer similar to this?
Yes, sir.
Right? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, got
Okay, wow. Determine the maximum height reached by the projectile. Oh yeah. I told you it is something like this. At here v equals 0, u is equals to 150 sine 45. And the acceleration is g. It is a negative value. H is something we don't know, but max we need to find. 1, 2, 3, 4 variables are there. Then we can apply the equation. V square equals to u square plus 2as. So v is 0, u is like u sine theta sine theta square minus 2gh. 2gh is equals to u square sine square theta. H equals to u square sine square theta over 2g. Let's apply the values.
U is like 150 multiplied by 150 times square theta means 1 over root 2 to the power 2. Two times 10. Cancel now. This root 2 becomes 2. There is a 2 here already. There's another 2. 150 by 15 over 4. 150 by kind of like 10. 10 is 1,500, 750, and it is like 2,250 over 4. 2,200 divided by 4 is like 550. It is like 12.5. Wait. 562.5 meters. Did you arrive at this answer? What are the answer?
Yes, sir.
Tamai?
Yeah.
Okay. Maximum horizontal distance covered by projectile. Time I found here. R is equals to UH multiplied by total time. So the UH is like 150, like cos 45 multiplied by the total time is just pound, total pound, 21.3 something. Root 2 එකක් තිබුණානේ මම ඒක root 2 එක පිටින්ම දාන්නම්. ඒක lazy. 15 root 2. දැන් මේ වෙලාවට කපලා දාන්න හරි lazy මේ දේවල්. මම ඒක මතක තියෙන්න ඕනේ. physics කරද්දි ළමයි ටක් ගාලා මතක තියෙන්න ඕනේ. We got this answer because of 15 root 2. So root 2 to root 2 කැපිලා යනවා කියන එක already තියෙන්න ඕනේ. It is like 15 times 15 is 225 and 0, 2,250 meters, very long distance. Father, did you get this answer?
Yes, sir.
It's like firing a gun. That's why it travels so long from here. Determine the velocity of the projectile after 5 seconds after firing. Velocity of vertical I can find. How? U is like 150 sine 45 multiply minus 10 times 5. Okay, ඉතින් පොඩ්ඩක් හදලා ගන්න ඕනේ. කොහොමද යමු දැන්? 50 සෛලියර ගත්තොත් කිද 50 out 3 over 2 minus 1. .4, that means 1.6, something like this. And finally, you have to find out the horizontal velocity as well. Finding the resultant, the vertical square plus the horizontal square altogether, you can find out the resultant. That's very simple. Give me a 1 minute. One of my friends is calling. meeting. I hope you can understand the previous question. Now it is the same similar type of thing. Edge of a cliff which is for 95 meters, high with initial velocity 50 at angle above horizontal, determine the total time in the air. Determine the maximum height reached by the projectile. Determine the maximum horizontal distance covered by the projectile. Determine the velocity of just before hitting the bottom of the cliff. But මේකෙදි පොඩි වෙනසක් තියෙනවා. පොඩි වෙනසක් තියෙන එකක් කියලා දීලාම ඉවරයක් කරන්න. It says it is not in the ground. Not happening on the ground. The thing is 95 meters above the ground. This height. So you fire it with the velocity of 50 at an angle of 30 degrees. It will travel like this, land in the bottom. So it asks like that, determine the total time. You have to find out the total time by the vertical motion only. No, vertical motion, it is not zero here. You have to apply it in ut plus half at square. Here u is s is not a 0, it is minus 95 because initial motion is v 50 sine 30 upward. So u is like 50 sine 30 times t minus 5t square because gravity is 10. You can bring this thing to here. 5t square minus sine 30 කියන්නේ half නෙලමයි. Half means this becomes 25. 25 minus 95 is equal to 0. මෙන්න මේක solve කරලා ගන්න ඕනේ. So you can divide all things by 5. T square minus 5 minus 19 is equal to 0. දැන් මෙතනින් එහාට තියෙන්නේ quadratic equation to solve. Solving the quadratic equation, you can find two times. You will probably get like negative time and positive time. So you have to go for the positive value. After that, after once you found that value, determine the maximum height reached by the projectile. That is a very simple thing here. Because to find out the maximum height, h max. So at the beginning, v sine 30 means 25 ms minus 1. V 0. So acceleration is gravity 10. Height you don't know. V square equals to u square plus 2as. 0 is equals to 25 square minus 2 times 10 times h. H will be 625 divided by 2 times 10. 62.5. It is like 31.25 meters. Maximum height. Very simple to find. Determine the horizontal distance covered by the projectile. When you get the value of t, imagine like you get like t for tx. So you have to find out the range horizontal. V horizontal multiplied by tx. So V horizontal is 50 cos 30 multiplied by this tx value. Very simple. Everything is in the similar manner. Okay. Hello, Mama ගත්තේ මේ ගෝල් එක ආවිල්ලා මේ ආන්සර් කරලා සද්දයක් නැති කරම ආපහු ගත්තා. හරි නේද? I hope you understand. Velocity, you know now what to do. When you know the time, you can find out the vertical velocity. So v equals to u plus at දාලා you can find out the downward vertical velocity applying this time to there. So the horizontal velocity is like 50 cos 30. So you have to find out the resultant by what? V vertical square plus V horizontal square and get the root of that. හරි නේද? ඔයාලා ප්‍රොමටික දැන් දන්නවනේ. Understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay. ඇති කියලා හිතනවද? ඇතිනේ? Okay. So watch these things and ask me for the videos of the regular class for getting more update about calculation especially. So finally we can move to the fourth lesson in the next week, hopefully, and let's do some hour session for calculations even. So altogether we are getting to a very big task. සෑහෙන ලොකු වැඩ ගොඩක් කරන්න තියෙනවා. අනිවාර්යෙන් 8 result එකක් දාලා දෙන්න ඕනේ. නේද? හරි. Your mom asked me to, and I was really busy yesterday. I will send you those recordings soon. Okay, bye. God bless you.
Bye, sir. Thank you.